I'm gonna give you the card.
Hey, what's going on, Cowboys Nation? Oh, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the Star King Live Show. What you got, Nick Mariella, Professor O. Spony. Little dark screen right there in the middle. Special guest. We teased it last week. We got her here this week. Momma E, a.k.a. Don, in the building. Going to rock with us for about an hour and talk about Cowboys football and get to know her a little bit better, too, as well. You know? Hope everyone's having a good time. You know what the deal is. Give it a like, give it a share. You know, build it on up. We'll have a fun time tonight. Right here on the, we're kind of like the eve of Christmas Eve. It is
Yeah.
week, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's doing well, right? First and foremost, with the holidays upon us, hope everybody's doing well. With that being said, I'm not spending much of my co-host, man. How's it? Oh, And Mama E just dropped when she got in the car. We'll have to get her back in here in just a second. But with that being said, we're waiting there. Matt, how's the week treating you leading up here to this Christmas, man?
Yeah, it's going well. Took the kids to see Christmas lights tonight, so they're ready to go. I have the Scooter Magruder ugly Christmas sweater Cowboys edition on, so I'm ready. I'm ready for Christmas.
No doubt. No doubt. Mary, how are things lining up for you for this Christmas holiday?
Man, I'm in Dallas, where I'm from, and I'll be at the game on Sunday. So.
Oh, well, look at there. Spoonie.
Yes, sir.
How's it going, my guy? We got a guy saying wine cooler Spoonie is in the house.
Wine cooler Spoonie. I like it.
Hey, I got mine on deck too, Spoonie. Woo woo.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm feeling good. Other than we getting kind of crowded in New York. Everything else is good though.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, with that being said, Mama Z, as she just dropped, she'll be back in here just momentarily. Man, some Pro Bowling. We got some Pro Bowling stuff out there. Have we ended up with there? Five, right?
Yeah.
And we can all agree, as our guy Katie Jones said, Conor McGovern obviously got robbed here. Was Greg Zuerlein? Did Greg Zuerlein make it? No, yeah.
No, didn't make it either.
Okay.
But Brian Anger did, so shout out to the punter.
Yeah.
Special punter extraordinaire. Yeah, special teams. Flipping the field, 50 yards an average. So we have Brian Anger, Tyron Smith, Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and Zach Martin. So got 2 on the O-line, 2 on the defense, and a special team. So well-balanced. Got 3 different units represented in the Pro Bowl.
And, of course, that's not the ultimate goal here, guys. I mean, the Pro Bowl sounds good and great and everything and lovely, but they ain't going to have time to be playing out there in the Super Bowl. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, they're going to be busy. They're going to be busy. Too busy for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that part of my guy Steve here in the bill said, pipes. And, well, not on extra points, and sometimes it gets a little scary, And we got Mama E back in this thing. She's in the streets right now.
So I think that when I turned on my car, I don't know if it connected to my Bluetooth in the car or what, because I've got my AirPods in. So I'm not sure what happened, but I couldn't see anything and couldn't hear anything.
He went dark.
Your hair looks great, by the way, though.
Thank you.
Right?
I have to keep coloring it because it's very gray.
It's
hey,
okay.
Me too. You can kind of see it on the camera.
No,
I got the 3 kids now, so it's starting to come through.
Yeah, Mama E, right here. Every once in a while, I ain't gonna lie. A little just for me didn't hurt nobody. But with that being said, as we got Mama E in the building, Don, usually we get somebody on here. We want to know a little bit about them, and let us, tell us about themselves a little bit and into the world and whatnot to our viewership. And, as we were talking right before we came on, we kind of know we always write because the tweets we make today where the not so collage of pics, where Zeke got the hurdling from, the mom who's a track star, okay, and I was like, oh yeah, like 3 sports. You're like, oh no, she was quick. Dawn was quick. She was 4 sports in high school next. 4 sports, 3, easy. I said, oh my bad. And what were the 4 sports? Your main 4 sports that you played in high school?
Volleyball, basketball, track, and softball. In Iowa, baseball and softball goes from May to August. So you can play 4 sports.
Okay.
All right, so Mama E, keep it a secret. Chat, let us know what position you think she played in softball. We'll see if anybody gets it right.
Okay. All right. I like that there. But obviously, and as you said before, all state in track, correct?
Yes. Well, I was all state in basketball, track, and softball, not volleyball.
Okay.
But I won a state championship in track, and our team won my sophomore year, 1988.
Nice.
So we have a center field, 2 catchers, and a pitcher so far.
Okay. All right. Keep it tucked. Well, don't tell them yet. Keep it tucked. We'll see the guesses here. We got a lot of pitchers coming in now. 3 pitchers, 2 catchers, 1 center fielder. Tuck's cheating. Oh, look at Tuck cheating. Tuck cheating over here.
What do you do? Google it?
Yeah.
Got first base now.
Yeah, my God.
You would have to know my maiden name.
Uh-oh. No doubt.
It's probably under my maiden name.
But
somewhere in the Des Moines Register or something.
Right. Stephen keep here with the shortstop.
2 shortstops now.
2 shortstops back to back. All right.
Let me tell you something real quick about Ezekiel. He played played baseball for a while, and he played shortstop.
Mhm.
And the guy used to run over and steal the second base balls. He was covering shortstop and second base. He used to piss the second baseman off. He was a little guy though. He
Yeah.
did that.
All right, Mama Z. For everybody here who's been guessing, tell them what position you did play.
I played center field.
Center field.
Ooh,
We
I
have
was
somebody
gonna
said the
guess
first
that.
guess was center field.
I
Everybody else has been wrong since.
I was
Yeah,
gonna guess
our guy Ted out the gate, center field. He
somebody
said
did say that.
he said he knows now. He knows. He
that.
knows.
I
So
was gonna say.
you know, we should have guessed. Yeah, you're right. But we left it to the people. We should have guessed as well too. So then, obviously, you pivoted that into a scholarship, and you went to Old Mizzou, right? And you did.
I did.
Yeah, right. And you were over there running some track. Well, let me ask you this first: what was your favorite sport to play in high school?
I would have to say I liked softball.
Okay, softball.
I did. I was just better at track.
Well, you know, fair enough. I mean, obviously, because they got you the scholarship and you went on. And talk about your collegiate career. You know, running track and stuff for the University of Mizzou.
Tell me you want to know about my collegiate career?
Yeah, like how did you? Yeah. I mean, how did you enjoy it? You know,
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I was all Big 8 several times. It was the Big 8 conference. I'm
Right.
older, you all. Because I could hurdle and high jump. Most colleges that recruited me wanted me to do the heptathlon because those are like the two more technical events in the multis. So indoor I did the pentathlon, outdoor I did the heptathlon.
Mhm.
So that's what I was a pentathlete.
Awesome.
Nice.
Just again, you know, the track star stuff. You know, then you have a son, and now he's a running back. You know, it just kind of filtered on down. You know, what they call the good genes, the good DNA.
Question on the track, real quick. With you having that background and that speed, at what age did you have to put Zeke in his place and say, like, "Hey, Mama can run too"? Like, I'm sure at some point he wanted to take you on a race. What age did that happen? Because my 6-year-old still thinks he can beat me, and I'm like, we'll see.
Well, we used to race all of the time. Like we would race to the car when we were coming out of the store. And I would say probably when he got in like 7th grade, so he would have been 12 or 13, that's when he was able to beat me. But I never let him win. I never let any of them win.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Yeah.
I've got really bad knees now, so my youngest missed out. She's a lot younger than everybody. She's just 16, so I've never raced her.
But now you can tell. But now you get to tell like, well, you're lucky. That's what you get to tell them now, right? Like you lucky. You didn't come sooner. I'll show you something.
That's right.
Exactly.
Because she's probably the best athlete out of the 3.
Really?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that's what's
Interesting.
up.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so obviously you got over there, everything's moved on. And you know, now as you watch your kids, you know, go through the high school process, obviously through the collegiate process that you went through growing up, and then now Ezekiel into the professional process. How's that changed for you, or how do you feel like knowing your feelings and what you went through, and then sit back from like the third person view and watching them go through it? Obviously being a bevy of resources for them because of what you did, but on the same token, like, you know, as a proud mom and everything, how, you know, do you enjoy the process at times, or is you like, does it get you aggravated at times because you're like, oh, you should have did it this way because, you know, you're that old athlete that used to be there too and everything? Like, how's that process been for you?
First of all, it's so much different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with all 3 of them, it's been so much different, way different than mine. I just kind of, you know, they picked what they wanted. You know, like I said, I did every sport that I could, you know, and Ezekiel and Layla did the same. Now my youngest, she played 3 sports for a while, and now when she's gotten into high school, she's narrowed it down to volleyball and track, and that's it. She's not fooling with basketball. So, you know, I just sit back and let them, you know, I can't offer advice, but like I said, it's just so much different. Like now the coaches have they just have access to you, and they can, if you're not really on top of it, they can really kind of, you know, cut the parent out, you know, just because they've got, you know, access to direct message and.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. then that gets you into, and I kind of saw the thing how you became a Cowboys fan because the Rams were leaving, right? Zeke gets drafted, so you're like, well, I got a little fandom hole here, and Zeke's over at Cowboys. The Rams done left me over here, so I'm gonna jump on this wagon. So since you've jumped
That's
on this
right.
wagon in Cowboys land and Cowboys Nation, how have you enjoyed the ride so far? What do you some of the craziness that happens and different things? Like, how's that been for you since you've become, a Cowboys fan and seeing everything?
I will have to say that Ezekiel going to Ohio State, I guess, probably could prepare you for that because I feel like their fan bases are similar. I mean, just over the top crazy for their team.
Right.
I mean, the similarities are like at Ohio State in football, no matter where we went to play, it almost seemed like there were more Buckeye fans there than, the home team. And that holds true with the Dallas Cowboys as well. It's like an
Awesome.
away game is kind of a home game. Although I haven't been to, I'll go to the away games if it's an indoor stadium.
Okay. You're not trying to freeze
I
out
don't
there in
blame
New
you.
York, in Philly. You don't want to freeze in them stands.
I don't blame you. I do
I've
not
never
blame
been to New York a game. I've never been to a Giants game. I've never been to where the Cowboys played in New York or Philly or New Jersey or Philly, wherever they play.
Right.
I've never been to any of those games.
Fair
I don't
enough.
blame you.
Fair enough. With then the other side of it, guys, and of course, and y'all jump in here with y'all's questions as well too, because if not, I'm just going to keep asking questions because I find it very intriguing.
Mhm.
The with what comes with being on the Cowboys and the spotlight on there in the different things, and you also being active in social media. At times is it hard for you to block out the noise when things are happening, or do you have like a thing that you go to that helps you block
Not
out the noise?
Not anymore. It's not hard anymore. It used to be. I mean, I used to be pissed off for real. But now it's just like I don't even. If I don't follow you, I really can't see if you're in my mentions, unless I just happen to like look at something maybe I tweeted and then like look at all the comments. Then I'll see. But you're not in my mentions unless I follow you. So
Right.
I had to deal with it that way. There's been times where I just had to take the Twitter app completely off my phone
Right.
Mm.
for
Protect
about
your
a week or
peace.
so.
You got to do that
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Protect your peace, or like LeBron does,
I
go zero
just
dark
deleted
30
the
when the
app.
playoffs show up. Just go zero dark 30. We got a question from the lunatic says, "What trait do you tell your kids is most important in sports?"
You said what trait?
Yeah, what trait?
Mhm.
Oh gosh, just to. I guess my thing is tenacity. Just never give up.
Mhm. Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
We got another question here from Cowboys fan only, aka J Tuck. How did you feel with Zeke picking OSU over Mizzou?
Who asked that?
J Tuck.
You know what? That was his decision. And what's funny was because he kind of he went and took an official visit to Mizzou,
Right.
late in the game. So I was thinking, maybe he's going to change his mind. And he did not say a peep to any of us until the morning of National Signing Day. He would send me he would send me a text. He was like, I'm going to take my talents to Fontbonne College. That's just like a college here in St. Louis, and they don't have sports or anything there. So he would just do stupid stuff like that. Every now and then. But how did I feel? It was just, that was his decision. I mean, there was a whole, I wasn't upset with it at all. I mean, I would have loved for him to go to Mizzou. I would have loved for my other daughter to go to Mizzou. She went to Ohio State and ran track.
Right.
But I had one more. So
One more chance.
The
got
baby's
one more
gonna
chance.
come through.
Right. But that's what he grew up going to, because Stacy played, his dad played football, was an outside linebacker.
Right.
And they have the alumni are there for the spring game every year, the black and gold game. So Ezekiel grew up going to
Right.
homecoming. So in his mind, I'm going to play football for Missouri like my dad. And when the recruiting process started, that wasn't the first school he heard from. So he was hearing from all these other schools, and developing relationships with these other coaches. And so when Mizzou finally came through with the offer, I guess, he entertained it and he gave him a look. But I'm telling you, if they would have offered him first, nobody else would have had a chance.
Gotcha.
That's
funny because
interesting.
I was gonna say because also too, it's funny because Stacy, Zeke's dad, here's your trivia thing for the day. He was on the field whenever Nebraska, whatever it was, Colorado got the fifth play on the 1 yard line to score the touchdown to go ahead and everything.
Colorado was the fifth
Colorado.
down. It was Colorado.
Yeah, the
It was
fifth
the year they
down.
won the national championship, or I think they tied. There was a tie.
Yeah,
for
they
the
cheated.
national championship. Anyway, that wasn't even a touchdown. If you go back and look
Exactly.
at the tape. He didn't get in.
Let's see. I got looking crazy. Says a question. What was your biggest inspiration growing up? Player, person, etc.
Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Oh, that's a
Really good one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I did the same events as she did. Yeah, and we're actually friends now. So she's from this area. She's from East St. Louis, and she still lives in this area.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah,
I met her through Ezekiel's agent.
The perks. The perks.
Yes.
The perks. You got when you got a little juice, you got to use it sometimes. Just here and there, not too much. Smoothie, man, you over there being quiet, man? Go ahead. I know you got some questions, man. Jump in.
Oh yes. Well, I do have a good question. I remember during 2016 Super Bowl before Zeke got drafted, he had an interview, and they asked him what NFL team would he want to get drafted by, and I remember him saying the Dallas Cowboys. At that time, we had a very good offensive line. We still to this day, but the line at that time was very good. So when the Cowboys drafted him 5th overall, how was his reaction? Like, did he know he was going to the Cowboys, or excuse me, 4th? There you go. Excuse me, 4th. How was his feeling about it? Like, was he surprised, or
there was so much going on in the green room that day. So yes, he was surprised. It's funny because his old teammates will joke and say that Ezekiel drafted himself. He spoke that when he drafted himself in the Cowboys. But we were on the I'm sorry, I'm pulling up and I'm looking at the way my daughter is parked in the driveway. We were on the red carpet, and Michael Irvin was there, and he told us, the Cowboys are going to pick you. Well, he was telling Ezekiel that, the Cowboys are going to pick you. And we heard that from him. Then we got in. We're in the green room, and we were sitting on our table. Deion Sanders comes through. And so he tells Ezekiel's agent, if the Chargers don't take Jalen Ramsey, then the Cowboys are going to get him.
Oh, boy.
So we were, we're like, oh, wow, So we're sitting there, and Philadelphia was taking a long time to make their pick. But I remember they told Ezekiel's agent, like even before the draft, that they were going to go with the quarterback. So his phone rang, and his agent looked at me and was like, what's the area code? I'm like, I can't tell. And it ended up being Coach Brown. It was Gary Brown, but
Gary Brown.
Rocky didn't know if it was Philadelphia or what. But anyway, they chose Carson Wentz, and then so with the Chargers, we're hoping that they take Jalen Ramsey because Ezekiel wants to go to the Cowboys. Well, they picked Joey, so of course we're happy. Joey was like one of his best friends.
That's the dog.
In college. They lived together, so we go hug the Bosas because their table was like kind of next to ours. So then we're waiting for Dallas to call, and Jalen Ramsey's table is kind of behind ours, and we look over there and everybody's standing up, so we can't even see if he's getting a call. And Ezekiel's not getting a call. Then all of a sudden, all the cameras like run over to like Laramie Tunsil, and so at that time, Rocky's thinking, "Oh, the Cowboys did some type of trade or something,"
Mm-hmm.
But then he got the call. They ran over to Laramie for something else, which that issue. 'Cause I
Right.
didn't know what had happened until I got back to the hotel. But so anyway, yeah, all was good. It was kind
Right,
of
yeah. Although,
nerve-wracking
yeah,
because we really didn't know.
definitely a whirlwind, but all it ended well, right? And it worked out.
Yes.
We got a pick here says, um, Momma E, what is your favorite memory as an athlete or of an experience with Zeke athletically?
Mine. Oh gosh, I don't even know. What's my favorite memory as an athlete?
Yeah.
I'm I don't know. Um, there's a lot. I
Well, when
could
you're good, there is a lot though.
Yeah.
no, I can tell you when that's not my favorite, and I was chuckling when you said a lot of people came in and said pitcher. That when I was younger, they did try me at pitcher, and I was walking people around the base, and I was hot, and my coach would not take me out. I mean, I was like so close to just walking off that pitcher's mound and leaving. I was like, I'm getting out of here this way. Because I mean, I literally was like walking people around, but I'll never forget that one. Oh, that's crazy. But with Ezekiel, probably just that run his sophomore year in college when they won the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
They won the Sugar Bowl. Then they won the national championship, and he had like over 200 yards in each game. And that was like actually after that 3-game run, it kind of clicked with me that, oh, he's probably going to play on the next level. Because I seriously was thinking, you know what? Just go to school, get your degree from the Ohio State University. They've got a big alumni base. You'll have a decent career.
Right. You'll land on your feet.
You won't have any loans. And but no, that's like when it hit me that wow, he's probably gonna go on from here. And I'll tell you what, I wanted him to play one more year because I wanted a senior day. I wanted his senior day portion so I could get my flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he told me he was gonna declare, he was like, "You can get your flowers from Layla." Well, that didn't happen either because COVID happened. So
Oh.
You got one more chance.
You got one more chance still.
One more.
You still got one more chance. And maybe you get the senior day at your alma mater even, right? There you go.
So quick question for you too.
That'll even be better.
So you said before he had the 3-game stretch where it clicked that he was going to go to the next level, your plan was for him to go to the Ohio State, get his degree. What did he want to do? Like, did he talk about that? Did he have anything in mind aside from football or as a backup plan, or was it always, I'm going to play in the NFL and that's it?
Well, he was in the business school. So, I mean, he had been accepted in business school, so he was in the College of Business. So I don't know what he was going to do in business. I know as a little boy growing up, he always wanted to be a dentist. That obviously, changed. But it's funny because he used to pull everybody's teeth out. And I'm like, you cannot be pulling other people's kids' teeth out. Yeah, he would. He was.
Yeah.
So you heard it first. Zeke is an unlicensed dentist.
Teeth out.
He went from being a dentist to just, feeding.
Feeding, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. My guy alluded to get the question. He says, during the trying times, do you call Zeke first, or does Zeke usually reach out to you? Do you just give him the space, or how does that dynamic work for y'all?
I give him space.
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest, he and Stacy and Rocky, his agent, I think he confides in them more. As men. He is a mama's boy. He will tell you that. But if there's any issues, he doesn't. I guess maybe he feels like he doesn't want to worry me with that. I don't know.
Fair enough. Thank you, Lucy, for the question, man. Mary, you have a question?
I mean, they took mine. I was gonna ask about what he wanted to be before. But that's very interesting.
Ready to be a dentist.
What do you think about all the tattoos, the double nose piercings, the hair, the beard? I mean, he changed a lot since his rookie year.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Fair enough.
I
But
mean, that's a
that's
Showed
big
up.
that's him.
difference.
Fair.
I feel like
That's
the
him.
hair weighs like 5 pounds on its own. Like it's a lot up there, and on the
He has
beard.
a lot of hair. All my kids have a lot of hair. In fact, when they were babies, my babies used to look like they had on a wig. But they all of them came here with a lot of hair. Never had a bald baby. But he's got a lot of hair. That's one thing I used to say was like, I'm sure glad he's not a girl. But then I got 2 girls with heads full of hair. So I've left him alone about it. I used to ride him all the time because I love the goatee, and the low haircut. But so now I just like try to hype him up with this. Oh, your curls are popping,
Right. Well, not only is the athlete DNA running from Mama to Zeke, but the good hair genes as well. Okay,
Yes.
Right.
as we see her coming fresh out of the salon today, being on with us here, and
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't say that I've got some nice curls, but I say good hair is hair that does not turn gray and hair that does not fall out. And I have tons of gray, so that's why I was in the salon getting color.
Well, part of it is because now you're a Cowboys fan and they just stress you out. You've been on this ride since 2016. They just stress you out. So that's part of it. Believe me, I know.
I go
They
to
age
every
you.
game.
Yeah.
Play to
Every
play.
game.
Yeah.
Play to play. And with that being said, we'll kind of get into some of the stuff about the season this year and where they're headed. I mean, getting it to being 10-4, with everything right in front of them and being lined up is awesome. Obviously, it's been a lot of back and forth about Zeke and the knee and everything. And just back to, and I kind of go back to what you said earlier, tenacity. You said it was the trade.
Mhm.
And I think that's a very key point about what he's done since the Broncos game with this knee at times. And I mean, like, man, sit my guy Zeke. Just sit him, let him get better, but that tenacity, that's instilled into him. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm playing. Is there times that you're like, look, just sit down for a game and get right, please? Is it still some of that from you at times? Or you just like, whatever, what can I do?
I've definitely said it.
Yeah.
I've definitely said it. So but he's a tough kid, so it's going to be hard to keep him out. I mean, it just have to be like, knee falling off to keep him out. In fact, when he landed on that pylon with the camera, that just like that I was devastated because even as a little kid, he gets up. He gets up every time. Now he might really be hurt, but he gets right up. So when he didn't get up, I was like, oh my gosh, I knew it had to be really bad.
Right.
But he told me after the game, he said he just knocked the wind out of him. He said he just needed to catch his breath. He's like that. It had like a pole and a base, and when he landed on it, it took his wind, knocked his wind out. And then there was one other time. It was 2019. It was the season because I didn't go to any games in 2020. So it was that very last game. Did we play the Giants or Washington football team? Who did we play that year? It was our very last home game.
In 20 or 19?
19.
19 was Washington, right?
Our last home game?
It was one of the two. I can't remember.
I feel like it was Washington. I'll
But-
look real quick, though.
I'm pretty sure it was the Giants because I think that's when Dak had the Cole Beasley pass in the back of the end zone and Jarwin had like a monster day against them. I feel like that was 2019.
The Giants. It was the Giants. That was what I told you, BJ.
Because that was Beasley's last game with us.
Lake Jarwin. Yeah, Lake Jarwin.
The last regular season game.
So
Okay.
So I will tell you that was the game he didn't get up either after I hit. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And it's so funny because he came in after the game and immediately said, Mom, did you get worried when I didn't get up? I was like, yes, I was worried. He's like, well, because some kid like went to tackle him and his helmet hit Ezekiel on the thigh and it knocked him out. He's like,
Yeah,
he's like, Mom, I
2019.
looked over at him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
all
real
looked
quick.
over
Yeah,
at
20.
him,
Oh, I'm
and he
sorry. Go
was
ahead. Sorry.
asleep.
Go ahead.
No, he just said he was asleep. So he's like, I just took my time getting up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually, guys, 2019 was Washington, 47-16. Zeke had 122. Prescott 303. Gallup 98. That game.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
Good game.
yeah. I mean, good times. And speaking of which, since it was Washington, we got the Washington football team this week, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we've already went over there to handle business. They were all kind of salty about these benches we brought, but then they turned around and took their own benches to just go get beat. But neither here nor there. Far be it for me to be petty about that whatsoever. Just saying. Supposedly they're going to bring their benches to Dallas, and that's okay. Maybe they'll chant, they want Dallas again. I don't know. It is what it is. So
I saw someone posted like, we want Dallas again, and I'm like,
okay. I mean, that's cool.
Didn't end well last time.
It sounds good.
They're supposed to, though. They're supposed to. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess,
They're supposed to.
I
You
mean-
don't go to a game one to lose.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I'm just like, y'all season is over. We're going to come in here and do what we need to do, and go ahead and lock up this division once and for all. That's kind of how I feel about it. And, and especially as we're talking about everything that's been going on with this team here now recently, and the running game starting to get back to track because you're seeing these guys getting healthy again and moving forward is exciting. Kind of getting hot down the stretch is what we're looking for. For you, and let me ask this way, when they, again, because we talked earlier how sometimes you delete the app and different things, and when is it hard for you sometimes when they're maybe quote unquote struggling offensively, or Zeke's having some struggles because he's beat up or whatever? Is that when are you like, hey Zeke, what's going on? I mean, where are you at in that timeline exactly? What you from your fandom to your mondom and everything with him, how do you balance that throughout the season? How this season's been so far?
Well, hold on just a minute. Mom, hold on. I'm on a podcast. No, that's okay. Like, you guys want to hold on for a second. Lola.
You're fine.
And my daughter's dog is here, and we just flipped around. But there's Bella and Lola.
oh, bye.
They're cute.
Hey, doggos, as my daughter would say. Doggos are in the building. We've had a little bit of everything in this podcast, or this live cast this year, so put another one on the board there.
Yes, of course.
Sorry. I came out, I was like, let me come in the house. I was sick of sitting in the car, and it was kind of dark out there. But I just, I'm to the point where I know what's going on with my son, and so like really what other people, if they think or what they feel, that doesn't affect me. That doesn't affect him. We know what's up.
Let's keep it pushing. But we got a good
But
question
of
here
course,
from
I
Tuck.
don't want to see them struggling. Yeah.
Right. So, as Tuck says, so we hear the slogan, feed Zeke. What was the one meal you cook him pre-game since he was young? What was the go-to meal?
So like a lot of times, so see, I didn't cook for him like when he was and even in high school, they just said that probably because that's what, and there's multiple, and he still wants me to make that for him when I do come to Dallas. Mom, will you make me some Malta meal?
Malto meal. That is so random.
Malta meal. Yes.
The Malta meal.
He loves it.
Well, hey, you like what you like. Malta meal. We said Malta meal and bacon.
Hey, have you tried any of
Turkey
Chef
bacon.
Hoppy's
We don't eat
meals?
pork.
Okay. Go
I
ask the
have.
question again there, Stargame.
You have?
For Christmas.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
What's on the menu, if you don't mind?
Which Chef for Christmas?
Yeah, what's Chef Hoppy making for Christmas?
Heavy breaking up, Mama E. You're heavy breaking up. Are you on the Wi-Fi or no?
Hold on. Let me-
Give her a few seconds. She got out of the car and went inside. She got to get herself situated real quick. So,
Hello?
yeah, in the Matrix.
Hello?
We're getting a little bit better. As my George said, poor Momma E and poor Momma Elliott is in the Matrix right now. She's breaking up. We might have to get you back in the car, Don. We might have to go back to the car. Yeah, look, speaking of which, as Tammy just said, sounded better in the car. But as she's getting her situation breakup, yeah, Yusuf, we got it, man. We're going. She's working on it, trying to get it in there, trying to get it fixed up. Martin, well, maybe, possibly. Okay, she'll probably drop and come back in here in just a few seconds, guys. But now back to this Washington football game as we're waiting for her to come back. Shout out to Law Nation. Apparently, just sent a bunch of people this way. Right up the
Thanks for
show.
tuning, guys.
You know what it is. Y'all see it across there. By all means, hit the sub. We welcome you in. Everything else, let's see. Oh, there she is.
There you go. Much better.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not caught. You're
Okay.
out of the matrix now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I came into the basement and I've got different internet down here, and I was still connected to the internet upstairs, so I had to switch. Sorry about that.
It's okay. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no
on
worries.
Chef Hoppy's menu, we've asked him to do smoked turkey, sweet potatoes, dressing, green beans, I think we asked him to do,
Okay.
and red velvet cake.
Okay, so
I'm
now,
probably
mommy,
forgetting
now you're in the
macaroni and
bag.
cheese.
Hold on. Now you're in the bag. You started talking about red velvet cake and macaroni and cheese. See,
Ooh.
now you're in the bag for me. Now I'm like, hey, I'm about to pull up, boy. Red velvet cake, that'll get me going right there. Some good macaroni and cheese. I'm trying to tell you right now, man. I'm trying to tell you.
So I got another Christmas question for you really quickly since we're coming up on that week. So getting to watch Hard Knocks, we got to see Zeke in his rapping skills, right? Watching the YouTube videos. So I'm gonna assume he gets you stuff in gift bags, or is he rapping them now? Like, how's that coming along?
It's usually not even wrapped or gift bag. Here, Mom. Here.
Oh wow.
He was
Or the
struggling.
He
bag.
got some
or
practice for
or
death though,
the
so
store
maybe
bag.
this year he'll show up with a wrapped gift for you.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think she's holding her breath on that.
I don't
one.
think so either.
How about
Probably the
the
store bag.
right? How about the dynamic of Zeke and Dak and their friendship? And is it almost like you maybe gained another son to a certain extent at times, the way that they are, and seem to be almost inseparable at times?
You know what? I haven't spent a lot of time around Dak, but he's so sweet. You know, when I do, I mean, he always, it's like he's known me forever. You know, he and Tad, you know, his brother. But I know my son is, they're very close. In fact, I think they even kind of hooked up at the combine even before they knew, you know, where they were going to be playing.
Oh,
Right.
You know, they were
wow.
riding together somewhere. But yeah, you know, I mean, of course, I love him because he's good to my son. My son loves him.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell, especially in that game, with the little extra shove, and Zeke was off that bench quick and into him before Lel Collins could get over there and finish up the job.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, don't touch that. All hands off. Yeah, Zeke came
I
off that
did.
bench. I said, ooh. Hey, but don't get another tooth knocked out since he wanted to be a dentist. Zeke knocked the tooth out, messing with that real quick.
And I can't even tell you how many teeth he's pulled out. I told him, I was like, you got to stay out of other people's mouth. Like Layla, my oldest daughter, he's like probably pulled out most of her teeth for her. He probably did. He probably got most of Layla's teeth. But I told him, I was like, when it comes to other kids, leave their teeth alone.
He said they got to come out though.
Right?
See, Robert says, what was the one toy Zeke begged for as a child on Christmas, as a kid growing up? Anything pop out in for you?
He really didn't. I you know what? That's a good question. I don't. He was always so busy that
Right.
he didn't like. I know one time I got him a PlayStation. I think it was the PlayStation 2, and it was when it was newer, and he never really played it a lot. He just didn't have time,
Right.
you know, because he'd be at school or at practice, and then when he got home, it was like he took a bath and, you know,
Passed out.
crashed.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, got to get back up.
he would have his homework done after school before he went to practice.
Right.
Does Zeke
And
have a
Goose, we
favorite?
can't, I was gonna say, I got your spoon. I said, Goose, we can't ask her what she got Zeke for Christmas. She ain't gonna spoil it, but you know, a couple
Yeah.
days before Christmas, we can't spoil that. Maybe
He's
she'll
so
tell us
hard
off
to
camera
find.
though.
He's so hard. No, I can't even tell you because my daughter, my youngest daughter saw it. She was like, "What is this?" And I was like, It's for your brother. She's like, that's inappropriate for you to get him. Well,
I mean, now we have to know though.
After Christmas.
After Christmas.
if he can go on Hard Knocks and tell the world that his gooch needs powder, I can get him this.
Facts.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can get this for him. So no, he's hard to buy for because he gets himself everything that he wants. So usually when I get him something that just like has to be personable, like a coffee mug with like our picture on it, something like that.
Yeah.
Because he's hard to buy for now. I can't go buy him clothes. I can't afford the crap that he wears.
Fair.
I can't go buy him jeans, or
Right.
shoes.
Fair.
Makes sense.
Go ahead, Spoon. You had a question. Jump in there, man.
No, did Zeke have a favorite football player growing up?
I know he liked to watch Marshall Faulk. In fact, he used to try to do like moves, like he would try to emulate Marshall. He liked LaDainian Tomlinson.
Mm.
Those are like the two that I can, off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Those are some good ones to know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a running back in that age group, yeah, can't go wrong with those two guys. Two Hall of Famers, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Also, too, in watching him and how he's been in the league now and grown and really talking about we were talking about his business earlier and how he's kind of started to do those things off the field as well and kind of using some of that education and whatnot on that side that's going to take him forward. I like that fact from him, of doing those things because, like, man, that's just going to be a long time and be able to be in Dallas and prepare themselves. We see how Roger Staubach has done things. Emmitt Smith has came through these halls and they've leaned that over into business and whatnot. And watching him, because I thought it was interesting. You said, like, we was there. It was a lot of business when he was doing Ohio State and whatnot. Even though he didn't get the senior night or senior day, and doing those things and already seeing him gravitate and doing some things away from the field that way is pretty awesome to see. Does that get you excited about him too in those realms of what he does, away from the field?
Oh yeah. He's very smart, and he he's dabbling in stuff that I'm just now finding out about that he's been doing. So yeah, he's definitely trying. Not trying. He definitely is. He has different streams of income.
Yeah.
So which is good because he's not. Not like what I've had to do for, and I don't. I go to work now because I want to, and I love where I am now. But prior to just stressful jobs and just stuff that you really don't want to do, but you got bills to pay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
So he can actually do what he loves.
Man. Big facts. In an alternate universe, we have a question from Lunatic. What NFL team would Momma E like Zeke to play for? In the multiverse. So Spider-Man's out. It's about the multiverse, right? Things can be different, if you will. So in an alternate universe, who would Dawn like her son to play for?
I am going to go with, only because they have this like really fancy stadium that I want to see, the Raiders.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I would, and I love Las Vegas. I don't
Who
gamble,
doesn't?
and I don't drink, but
Right.
I go to people watch. I love this. I love the shows, the Cirque du Soleil shows. I love to eat. So, Vegas.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Las Vegas Raiders.
I mean, not that we're Raider fans or nothing, but you're not wrong with that stadium and the outside of that stadium, all the just that black and everything. Yeah, it's a slick venue, if you will.
I was bummed that we had them for a home game. I'm like, well, why don't Kansas City come here and then we go to Vegas?
Well, I mean, the draft's in Vegas, though. Maybe opportunity to get out there. Possibly. Do some things. So it's safe to say during the playoffs, if it's Green Bay or who, you're not. You're like, I can't do it. I'm not going.
I wouldn't even do it if he had a suite. If he got a suite, sure wouldn't. Because you have to walk to the suite.
Fair. Good point.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You have to. No. I will watch it. He got me a beautiful big screen TV during COVID because I wasn't gonna be able to go to the game, so I watch it right over there.
Right, warm, and you got the greatest view in the house, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I probably have to mute it, but
Well, I was going to say, not a fan of the announcers this past week, were you? He's like, I muted it. I came back on. They were saying something. I had to mute it again.
he said something about Alaska. Oh, when I was playing catch in Alaska, that was a catch. I was like, oh, heck no. Mute. I don't even know what that meant. But he was right. It was a catch.
Yeah.
It ended up being a catch.
Well, and again, that's the comfort of the home with the Knots TV. I don't like this. I'll just sit that mute. It's all good. It's fine.
I do that all the time during Cowboys games because I'm just like, I can't do it right now. I can't do
I
it.
really haven't found one that I mean, I can listen to Tony. Greg Olson was tolerable, but
he's pretty good.
not the guy with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
I was like, Greg, I'm sorry, but I don't know when you're talking and when you're not. And I love Kurt Warner. He's an Iowa dude. I'm from Iowa, born and raised. And I guess I have never paid attention if Kurt has done a game or not, but I feel like he would be a good announcer.
Yeah, I like watching his video breakdowns at times where he does tape and stuff, and how he does there. And of course, obviously on Sundays on NFL Network when he's over there. Yeah, I agree with you. I like Kurt Warner a lot.
I like
too.
him. I like him too. I agree.
Well,
So, what are you thinking about how this season has gone? How the possibility of it being a big year for the Cowboys? How are you feeling?
I mean, this is the year. We've got to do it this year. I mean, we've got all the pieces in place. This is the year. I don't feel like that it comes along, that often, and this is it.
Oh. Now we
got to win out.
Yeah. Sometimes when the vibes get going well around here, Mary over here, she'll hit us with that "Let's get six." Are you feeling some of that, Momma E?
I'm feeling this.
Momma E, are you feeling some of that mojo in the air? A little bit, some of these mojo moments that McCarthy was talking about.
I sure am.
Okay, I see that.
Well,
I get excited.
The good thing is that Super Bowl will be in LA, so you can definitely comfortably hit that up.
Indoor stadium for you.
And I did go to that stadium when we played the Chargers this year, and I loved it.
Nice.
It's kind of like AT&T. There's like really not a bad seat in the house. I went with the player tickets. Usually I try to I'll find something on SeatGeek, lower than the players, but man, they were like charging like $1,300, and it wasn't even like lower level. They were whoever the ticket holders were, they were making money off of that game. In fact, we were sitting way up, and like I said, it wasn't really bad other than you having to walk clear up there. It was high up. And there was a lady sitting next to me that said she paid $600 for her ticket.
Oh.
And I was like, I wish I would.
Oh.
Have to sit clear up here.
Did she know you were Zeke's mama?
I didn't tell her that, but she was a Cowboys fan. She had on a 21 jersey too.
Oh,
okay.
She did.
Now, I got Nords in the building. Says, Mary, you gonna light the candle for Momma E since she's feeling the vibes in the air?
I would, but I'm at my parents' house, so I don't have it.
Oh, maybe.
Mary,
but I'm in.
Candle?
So I have a DAC candle, and I was actually just gonna say that was my plan. Is since I'm back in Dallas, I can go to Bulls. I can get a Zeke one now too, because they had just sold the last Zeke candle. I was gonna get both, and they just sold the last Zeke one, so I got a DAC one, and so I'm back now. I'm gonna get a Zeke one.
I didn't even know they had candles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they sell out so fast.
So we had the candle, the DAC candle lit for the draft that got a CD Lamb. Okay.
Yep.
Now, since you're back home, you get the Zeke candle, and we're gonna light that, and that's gonna get us
Super
to the
Bowl,
Super
baby.
Bowl.
Let's
Okay, we got it figured out now, ladies and gentlemen. We have cracked the code. We knew how to use the candle for the draft. Now, with Momma E here and Mary's back in town, she's gonna go get the Zeke, and we've cracked the code here to get there.
So are you all in Dallas?
No, we are a little bit everywhere. So my guy Spoonie is in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
My guy Matt
Owens.
Yeah, my guy Professor O over there in the ATL, right? Basically.
And funny enough, the city I'm in Atlanta is Dallas, Georgia.
Yeah,
so it's Dallas, but not the right state.
And then I'm close. I'm about an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of Dallas, down around the Tyler Longview area. And Mary's just worldwide. I don't even know what to say about Mary.
Yeah, I was in Dallas. Then I was in Austin. I'm in Dallas right now.
Yeah.
And I'm out of the country sometimes.
Yeah, you was over there in Aruba. You had to be over to Portland. I mean, Mary just makes moves, But we're like, hey, Mary, do you have time for us this week? She's like, yeah, I'll be here. That's definitely how it rolls. So as you said, the feeling here and whatnot, what do you think? So this team wins out, right? I mean, I think this team wins out. We've kind of talked about this getting hot down the stretch, Washington up next, and then obviously Arizona, we finish out with Philly. Depending on how things are, maybe you sit some guys against Philly if everything's kind of locked up the right way. But I'm with you when you said it doesn't come along. The key thing I think you said, Don, was this doesn't come along very often. And you have to attack it when it does. And especially being a Cowboys fan for a long time, we all kind of know that to a certain extent. But even if you've ever been an athlete before in the building, or if you're a fan of another team, you kind of understand at a certain point it gets to, and you understand and recognize like, hey, we have opportunity here, and we have to go out there and grasp and reach the opportunity. And the thing that I've loved about this team this year, and something we talked about during our preseason shows was Dak and Zeke. I mean, they're not the old men in the clubhouse, per se, but they're not the babies no more. And now it's fully, not that it never was fully their team, but I mean it's clear cut. They're made men. When you sign the check on the dotted line, you're a made man. It comes with the check. And these are guys that play the game and go about the game the right way. Some of that to me is, and we're talking about, I mean, things have to line up with exterior drafts and all that. We know putting a team together. But some of me on the same token, I kind of look at it is these guys are the focal point in the leadership now and the voices within that building. And I think it matters. And I think it's turned the heads around. And the big thing that Dak talked about when he signed the contract and everything was we have to change the culture. We have to change the culture. And I think those guys not being the babies no more, but being the established guys, more so than ever is big. And I think that matters a ton.
I agree.
Do you think that's part of this chemistry that's going on right now with those guys now not being babies and being, those guys, they're fortified and it's their locker room?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I believe that. You didn't lose me, did you?
No, you're good.
No,
you're good. No, you're good.
Did you want to?
No, I'm right here. Momma E is spicy on Twitter like Cole Beasley.
I'm doing what?
Said you're spicy on Twitter like Cole Beasley.
Oh my God.
Cole Beasley's wife.
Yeah.
I love Cole and his wife.
Yeah. Oh man. Cole was letting him have it in social media this offseason. Oh my God, Sally's in the building saying 11 to 4 coming Sunday. Woo woo. The other side, and guys, if you have any questions in the comment section, feel free to get them out here. We got Mama Zeke for another 10, 15 minutes. We're going to hold you too long, Mama Zeke. We'll get you out of here shortly, okay? We appreciate you coming through. As always, while you're here, I'm going to pay some bills, though. Make sure you go through, hit the sub button for us over the Star Game Podcast. You can follow us all on Twitter. Our names are down there. And I actually saw it because everyone kept asking where to follow you on Twitter as well. And I got through it up there, and there it is. Boom. Y'all can follow Dawn, a.k.a. Momma E, at it's, with a Z, _, Ms. D. That's her on Twitter. Go right over there and hit the follow. But be warned, if you come sideways, she has some meat. I mean, she has some ether because, I think my favorite tweet from you recently was go get your coins up, buy the team, and do what you want. Then I think I'm paraphrasing a little bit there.
Yes, that was a good one.
That was
Go
fire.
get your own team. You want to worry about how someone is paying someone. Get your own stuff. I almost cussed. Sorry.
No, it's true.
If it happens, we don't judge here. Trust me. We have a thing called Spoonie's Sermon, and cuss words fly here and there. So it's okay if you cuss a little bit. We won't tell nobody. But that being said, we got some space and we're talking about it. Tuck says she was actually nice with that response.
I've been trying to be polite. I have.
But I
just try to blow them up politely.
Yeah, well, I always say there's a nice artistic way to just basically say "f you" with the smile. Right. And I really, and the older I've gotten, the more I've enjoyed doing that more. So I feel you there. I end it with "be well." That's my "f you." So, be well. That's basically how I say "f you." Yeah. No ifs or buts. Anybody jump there with a question? If I got a question, I'm gonna get to some of these comments over here. Everybody's coming in. Once again, shout out to Law Nation coming through, sending us people that way. We appreciate the love. As you're here, hit the sub button. Stephen White in the building. Been a while. What's going on, Steve? How you been, man? Oh, here we go.
We kind of asked that already, but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
repeat it.
If you rewind it to earlier, we actually did talk to her about that. And she kind of gave the synopsis and the whirlwind of how that kind of went down in the green room and everything else, and how it got there. So after we're done, just rewind it, run it back, and you can get that answer. But you were happy, right?
Oh my gosh, so happy. Look, I was wearing my Dallas Cowboys dress.
Oh yeah. And no one's ever going to forget Zeke with the suit with the crop up here.
Right.
Let me ask that question. Hold on, let me get to this crop top because I thought it was funny. Because I mean, if you grow up, I'm a little bit older too, and you used to have the practice jerseys or half tops, anyways. You play football, and I mean, you go back and see Eddie George back in the day. He ran with the crop top and whatnot. I mean, where did he play ball at? Okay, I mean, like all those things, but somehow, some way, my goodness. Zeke with the crop top, and everybody lost their mind. Like it's never been done in football before.
He started doing it at Ohio State until I think his junior year, his last year there. They said there was the NCAA had some rule where they couldn't have it, but I think it was just sitting in the running back room and seeing pictures of Eddie George. I'm pretty sure that's why he did it. Was because of Eddie George. But when he did it on the red carpet, I didn't know he was doing that.
Uh-oh.
We walked around the corner and I see him go like this, and I look over. I was like, "Come on now, come on now." But he had it safety pinned up because after we left the red carpet, his dad and him started pulling those pins out, and he tucked the shirt down. So it was tucked in for the actual draft. Just he had it safety pinned up for the red carpet.
Right. So, was that kind of maybe the synopsis, knowing like, okay, the bigger stage, obviously. Then of course you go to Dallas, the draft happens, and how the crop thing kind of blew up here and there. Like, wow, it's different. Not that it doesn't hit in Ohio State. Obviously, we know what the Ohio State means to college football and what that is, and the 100,000s they put in there every Saturday. But it's like, wow, like it really kind of took a life of its own up for a little bit there, leading into that first preseason and everything. It's like, wow, this is different.
Yeah, people.
Yeah,
They made it a huge story.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, right?
Right.
George says, what is Zeke's hot button that gets him really motivated to play?
Oh gosh, I think just his love for the sport. I mean, he loves football. He's been doing it since he was 7. So this is, I mean, he's been playing football every fall since 2002. He's 26 years old. I think just I don't know if there's a hot button. I think just he just loves football.
Right. And of course, Jay Farm says, Mommy's handled Skip Bayless several times on Twitter. Yes, we've seen that action too.
Oh,
is that your favorite one to handle on Twitter at times, or do you have a favorite target on Twitter that you're like, you know what, I'm pressing?
I'm finally convinced that Skip is there for the ratings or whatever, or for it.
Oh, definitely.
I really don't think that he believes everything he says. I think he just says stuff to get at people, to get people triggered. I was actually going to go on their show in March of 2020, and I was on my way to LA in flight. One of the producers had texted me and said, "We're shut down." He's like, "We're just going to be showing games 24/7 until we can figure out, what's going on here." So I went to LA, and I was going to spend my birthday. It was the weekend after my birthday, actually. So I was going. One of my girlfriends was there. Eli Apple's mom, Annie Apple. So Annie and I hung out that weekend. It was weird because things were much different in LA than what they were in St. Louis. Like they were numbering the people that could go in stores, and people had on masks, and I didn't have any masks. I didn't know it was going to get that bad.
Right.
And it's crazy because when I actually came back home that Sunday night, maybe I came on Monday. Anyway, everything shut down in St. Louis. My job sent us home that Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were working from home.
So,
yeah.
I mean, so maybe something percolated in the air. Maybe we just got to tweet because maybe serve him up a couple more times. They'll get you back around there for maybe 2022.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That's must see TV.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I want to go on the show at this point.
It's like she's like the mood's over.
Yeah.
It was just the comment that he said about Dak that ticked me off.
Yes.
So, and like I said, I really don't think he could have meant that. I think he was just, I don't know. There's no way he could have meant that.
Yeah, that was
Right.
insane.
There's
We
no way.
we do that with Dan Orlovsky too. He's one where we're like, there's no way you mean the stuff that you're saying. Like the tweets are just so ridiculous. Like the Carson Wentz love affair and the Dak, like it was just night and day difference. I did have a question for you. So what's it like not only seeing your son get a chance to live his dream, playing for the Dallas Cowboys, star player, but you mentioned going to a game and seeing 21 jerseys, people, getting to see your son everywhere. My son's 6 years old, and the first time he ever scored a touchdown in practice, first thing he did was the Zeke thing, because that's what he knows. Like,
way.
you got to see like Joe Looney, like Cowboys fans, we all love Joe Looney, but Joe Looney decked out in the Zeke attire. So like it's like a phenomenon. Like the Zeke was like a very popular Halloween costume for people. Like he's not just in the NFL, he's like a key person in the NFL. So what's that like as a parent getting to see your son get to live his dream like that?
I still get touched when I see those jerseys. I mean, you still see a lot of them.
Yeah.
At games now. Yeah, it's because never would I thought, never, because it's such a small percentage, that make it to that level.
Right.
So, yeah, it still gets me.
Right. Yeah, surreal at moments. I mean, kind of you were talking earlier was it says I have a Zeke jersey. Well, man, I have 2 Zeke jerseys actually. I have the Salute the Troops and I have the navy blue. But and back to what you were saying earlier, like that 3-game stretch when he was a sophomore, and at that moment you're like, okay, he's going to go play on the next level. But going to play on the next level is one thing, because guys, the NFL says not for long. But not only did he go play at the next level, right? And as Matt Owen just said, son out here doing it, and the phenomenon that's become, what Zeke has meant for the Cowboys and everything is a whole different level and stuff. So yeah, I'd have to imagine at times, even like we said before earlier, like just the crop top and how that took off, and they're like, wow, what is this? The lightning rod has to be surreal for you at moments.
Yeah, it definitely is. And my mom is here now too, but my mom will say the same thing. She's like, look at all the 21 jerseys.
Go ahead, Spoon.
You have to love what Zeke has done his career, even since college. Not every running back has came out to play in Nick Saban's Alabama defense and go over 200 and something yards, in the big moments. And then going to the Dallas Cowboys and in 2016 as a rookie. And, when him and Dak, together, they really resurged this team moving forward. I know for me, my dream is not for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, but for Dak and Zeke to win it together, because to me, they share a special bond with each other. And again, it's like BJ Nick said earlier, they took the leadership that was once here, especially Dak earning from where he really started from as a third-string quarterback and Zeke being a rookie. They put this team on their back, and right now, we are in a special year, and that's what I want to see. I want to see those 2 guys hold up that trophy together, and it's like, we did it. We gave Cowboy Nation what they haven't had in a long time. We came out here together, and to me, just a special season right here. And Momma E, I'm telling you right now, not being biased, we're going to achieve that goal. I believe we are. I believe we are.
So, God willing.
Well, I'm gonna get the Zeke candle. Boom.
Yeah. Just get them both. Yeah, fire both up. Fire both up. All the candles we got to line up, Cowboys Nation. Let's line them all. Let's make it happen. Let's just do our part, right? Oh man, it's a good. I will say this, guys. It was a good thing we're not doing a Spoonie sermon tonight, because I can already tell he's over there simmering like a little volcano.
He's so excited.
I do know it. And boy, if we did a sermon, we might get kicked off of YouTube. I ain't gonna lie.
Momma E, just so you know, when Nick's posted letting us know you were going to join us, he said, "Let me know what comment or what questions you have." So I asked like a question or two, thinking like I did good. I got my questions in. Spoonie had like 55 questions in a row, like rapid fire. I was like. He's being so quiet because he had so many. He had like a whole list.
Yeah, and then Spoonie came back today, and Spoonie was like, "Hey guys, I don't think we should do Spoonie's Minute tonight. I don't think we should do." He's like, we'll save it. We'll just save it.
Yeah.
You want to pull your list? You want anything else you want to ask there, my guy?
Oh no! Did you go to the game Sunday?
I'm sorry.
Did you go to the game Sunday?
No, I didn't go to the game Sunday. Actually, I went to the Washington game on this past Sunday, last week against Dallas, and it It was a great experience. I was very close to the sideline. With me and my buddy, and we was enjoying the conversation that was going on. And with Zeke's a tough guy. And my favorite part of the game actually was when that got hit out of bounds. The way he did, Zeke came right in there with Lel Collins. And listen, I just love the bond that they have. Protect your brothers at all costs, and that's something that will definitely grow a football team to do things special as we're seeing today. So I'm just so excited for this. I'm excited to be on here with you. I want to explore a little bit with the Spoonie sermon, but I want today. I want tonight.
What is Spoonie's sermon? Maybe I want to hear Spoonie's
You do want to hear it. Spoonie, we need you to do this tonight.
I think we do need Spoonie's sermon, to be honest. I mean, we can't not have her come here and not get a Spoonie sermon. I'm just saying, there's no way.
So typically there's props involved.
Spoonie, Mommy's part of the gang now. It's all good. You got to go and do it. I mean, she's home with us and everything. Spoonie, everybody in the comments who's been here a long time, y'all know y'all come here for Spoonie's sermon before we get out of here. We're about to wrap this thing up. And on top of that,
yes.
Okay, there it is. And look, and we're about to go clinch the division this Sunday?
Yes.
Come on, man. I mean,
so it started with Spoonie's minute, and then Mariella used to keep time on screen, and it was like 15 minutes long, so we just stopped doing the minute thing. And then he's went from calling out players, which worked because the next game were like fixed. He's went from like calling out officials and wearing props. Like it's something to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages.
It's about to get real. He had to take his glasses off.
Yeah. Yes. If you haven't been around these parts before, we welcome you here. We hope you hit the sub button. And right about now, as Matt Owen said, we couldn't do the minutes no more. We had to go to the Spoonie sermon. Spoonie, by all means, my guy.
Yeah, actually. Okay. Well, where we at? We at right now at 10-4. We're going to be 11-4, Cowboy Nation. And I'll tell you this right here. This is the time where the Cowboys become the Storm.
Well,
the Villages are the other NFL team. The Storm will take out the Villages. Run. If you're not trying to run, you want to get hit by the Storm. As I said time and time again, every time I start a game podcast, you must believe. You will believe. It's time to believe. The Vision will be taken on Sunday. Saturday, Santa will provide us the gift of number 1 seed. We will get that number 1 seed because we are destined. Momma E just said today, it is time. I believe in her. BJ believes in her. Professor believes in her. Miss Mary believes in her. We all believe in what she is saying. It is time right now. The time is to believe. Starting Sunday, when they announce the NFC East 2021 champions, the next step to the level that we will get because of the leadership provided by number 4 and number 21, 214 will lead that office to victory, victory, and victory. The storm is coming. The storm is coming. Y'all have been warned.
Okay, the storm cometh.
All right.
The storm cometh. I like it, Spoon. Hey, and as you said, real quick, I know unusual show here. We want to do it a little bit different since we had Dawn in the house, aka Momma E, and really just get some of her thoughts on different things. We appreciate you so much for taking time out and coming on here with us and answering some questions for some of these knuckleheads like me and others around here and sticking around for Spooney's sermon. Spooney thought he was going to get out of it. Me and Matt was like, no. We're going to get it.
Thank you for having me.
Wait,
Absolutely.
one more question
Nice
though.
meeting
What's your Sunday prediction?
Yep, Sunday prediction. You got a score?
Gosh, I don't have a score.
Okay.
But I would really like to hang 40 on them.
Yes.
Me too.
Momma E wants a 40 burger. We like it.
40.
Yes.
No, I don't want them to have any touchdowns. I'll give them a field goal. They can have 3.
40 to 3.
40 to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, if there's a in our fridge, guys, in that fridge, if there just happens to be a 40 burger in that freezer still, let's go and get that bad boy on out and fry it up this
Yeah.
Sunday, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
let's do it.
That's what we need to do. And I'm with it. I'm always team 40 burgers as well. But I'm going 31-10 Cowboys. Going 31-10 Cowboys. But give me the 40 burger. Matt, you got
I
a
just
score,
said
man?
that's what I want.
Oh, yeah, facts. Hey, we all do. No ifs, ands, or buts. My God, yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're all taking 40 to 3. Momma E's here. We're all taking Momma E's score. We're
Let's
all
just do
going to
it.
go.
Let's just go all in.
We're going all in.
Burn your
40 to 3.
Yeah, light the candle.
Mary.
Light the candle.
Get the candle lighted. 40 to 3 from Momma
I got
E's
it.
lips to God's ears and the Star King podcast. We're going 40 to 3 this Sunday as
Let's
Washington
do it.
brings in those
benches.
them benches and whatever, it is
There's
what
gonna
it
be
is.
some hot tails.
Man,
Yes. I mean, like 70 degrees.
I know it. I do know it. With that being said, before you get out of here, anything you want to plug, anything whatsoever you got going on that you want to let the people know, maybe come follow you or come check out or anything, Momma E?
No, I just want to thank you all for having me. If you want to follow me, I guess I should have put my Twitter handle in there instead of Momma E.
I mean, if they search Momma E, they'll find you.
They'll find it.
Yeah.
They got it.
They'll
You'll
definitely
find
find
me.
you.
You can check anybody in here too. We all tweeted and put her on there, so just go ahead and connect with her from
You
there.
will be entertained. I got to make sure I'm following everybody. I will when I get off of here. I'll make sure
Awesome.
I'm following you all.
Absolutely. Well, once again, anytime you want to come on, all you got to do is buzz me on Twitter and DM, say, hey, I got something to say. I'm like, all right, come on. Wednesday,
Well,
8
I
o'clock,
might
I
just
got you.
come listen. I got to figure out how to. You'll have to tell me how to subscribe or whatever.
Okay, I got you. No doubt.
Good. Yeah.
No doubt. Plug that
Tuck
chili
one-
recipe.
Yeah, plug that chili recipe.
She's like, I'm not plugging no chili recipe, though.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You guys want a chili recipe?
No,
That's what
that's
Jay
what Tuck,
Tuck
yeah,
wants.
Jay
Tuck
Tuck just
said.
supposed to said, plug that chili recipe.
Oh, hell no. That's what Jay Tuck said. He's being ornery now.
Yeah. Neither here nor there. Once again, y'all know what it is. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, y'all come right here for the Star Gang Live show with all these faces that you see. Maybe not Momma E every time, but the rest of us here. So hit the sub, follow us, Twitter as well. Come follow us over there. Side note, Fridays, I've been doing the Twitter space, the happy hour. It's Christmas Eve. I might not do it. Y'all got family stuff to do. Y'all don't want to get on there and talk a bunch of Cowboy stuff on Christmas Eve, do y'all?
No, you got to be with your people.
Come
I
on.
want to
you
do it
gotta be with your
Thursday. I want to do it tomorrow instead. Let's just bump it up a day.
might. I don't know. I'll update on Twitter if I'll do it Thursday. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for sure or not. I did a late night one last night, and man, I got the store. I don't know, man. I'm busy, man. Right now, trying to get these ducats, trying to put some stuff away. But with that being said, man, y'all have a blessed evening. Go Cowboys, and we'll catch y'all next Wednesday.
Yes, Merry
Let's get
Christmas,
six.
everybody.
Merry
Yes, Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.